Aragoni, and I'm standing here in front of the Marine Mammal Center, located in Fort Cronkite, which is north of San Francisco in the Marin Headlands. It's up above the Golden Gate Bridge. This is a hospital for sea lions, seals, other marine mammals, which was founded in 1975. I was one of the 3 founders, which we started working on this in 1973, 74, 75. And now I've written a book about it called The Marine Mammal Center and how it all began. And I hope that you will come and visit us soon. It's a beautiful facility right up above the Pacific Ocean.
We began operations here, the Marine Mammal Center, in 1975 here at Fort Cronkite. It was an old abandoned Nike missile station that was staffed by the Army and had been abandoned by the Army and turned over to the National Park Service and became part of the property of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. And myself, Pat Aragoni, and Paul Maxwell received a permit, a use permit to establish the Marine Mammal Center. I think we only had 4 or 5 animals the first year, and that was between June and say December. The following year, I think we rescued about 15 or 16 animals along the beaches, seals and sea lions that were either injured or diseased, or some were abandoned by their mothers. And we attempted to treat them, get them back to good health so that we could release them.
A lot of wonderful people stepped forward, and with this spirit of giving and sharing and volunteering, and it went from 3 people who I guess you could probably say were pretty close to the first 3 volunteers, all the way to today. We have over 1,000 volunteers.
I started out as a volunteer with the organization 20 years ago when I was a volunteer, and I was 18. As soon as I could, I began volunteering, and so I've been with the organization now for 20 years.
My name is Deborah Cabri. I live in Los Gatos, and I have volunteered both up here in the main facility and down in Monterey, which is outside of Moss Landing.
My name is Bob Wilson. I've been a volunteer since March of 1976. I first came out to the center when it was just a few little pens and that we made out of chicken wire and 2x4s. I have served on the board of directors. I'm a director emeritus now, and I provided some legal work, but I've been a Saturday day volunteer since then, and also been a member of the stranding department as well.
My name is Jeff Bohm. I'm the executive director of the Marine Mammal Center. Marine Mammal Center is a place like few others. It's a sea lion hospital, it's a teaching hospital, it's a place where people come together to do wonderful work for marine mammals. I started my journey here when I was just a kid. I had just come out of high school and wanted to be a veterinarian from the time I was just a youngster. Found my way here, found my way to this special place, to this volunteer experience, which touched me like few other experiences I've had. I went on to become a veterinarian, worked in the field of zoo and aquarium practice for many years before coming full circle back to the Marine Mammal Center 4 years ago.
The hospital that we have today is the finest in the world, and I have every expectation that we're going to grow in our efforts, especially in the areas of science, in the years to come.
I'm Lee Jackrell. I'm co-supervisor of the Monday Day Crew, and we're going to be making fish mash. This is a recipe made from ground herring, water, which is in here already, and salmon oil. We're going to mix those 3 ingredients together to give some nutrition to an animal who's not up for feeding himself, but still needs the nutrition that the salmon and that the herring and the oil will give him. So we have some animals that come in who are so young that they're not familiar with how to feed themselves with fish yet. We have others who really need the nutrition of fish but aren't feeling well enough to feed themselves. And then we have some animals come in who are so emaciated that the electrolytes of the body have shifted to the point where fish would be lethal for them. And for them, we have a process of using electrolytes through tubing, then mixing electrolytes with fish mash, finally fish mash, and then getting them onto full fish. And that gives their body time to readjust its chemistry so that they can accept fish in the normal way.
Today there's 4 California sea lions that are going to be released right here, but this is just one release of many that we've had and enjoyed this year.
I think the future of the Marine Mammal Center is also going globally. We have helped with the Mediterranean monk seals. We currently have a plan to build a facility in Hawaii for the endangered Hawaiian monk seal. We've worked with researchers in Alaska with the endangered Steller sea lion, and so we have a worldwide recognition for what we're going to go, and I think that's only going to even get bigger.